When students start thinking about thinking and become actively engaged in their own learning, it's transformative. When students understand that the brain continuously changes throughout a lifetime, it's transformative.
The benefit of any online course lies within the way that it is developed.
We want students to embrace practice. We want to make sure that they see every assignment as intentional in helping them to develop new connections.
The developers need to create a learning environment. They need to create opportunities for engagement so that the student can have this positive learning experience.
And as we tell students, you know you're learning when you're starting to think about things that you don't know, you don't even know. That is exciting.
In 2020, staff at the Northwest University embarked on the journey to create an online course that can properly equip their postgraduate students for their academic journey ahead. For the first time, this landmark project combined the expertise of staff members from a variety of academic disciplines from the NWU, as well as international universities, to establish an online short learning program in research design.
This SLP is designed by our people, for our people. And I think that's excellent.
The program is the first of its kind in South Africa.
My role in particular was to look at the application of a program that we were graciously given access to, known as Interact 123, from Kristen Betts in America, from Drexel University. What this program basically does is that it creates a conspectus for any type of module or program or even a whole course. You can actually design a whole course outline. The program itself is very unique. There isn't a program like this, and what surprised me is actually how user-friendly it is and adaptable it is. It is flexible, that it could adapt to an NWU setting or to a South African setting where we work with things like notional hours. I like the fact that it could be immediately flipped. So if you would be designing coursework for a normal face-to-face setting and something like COVID-19 or even forbid a COVID-20 would come up, you'd need to immediately flip that design instantly to an online platform.
Today, even for faculty who teach exclusively on campus, they are still engaged at some point in online learning. If they're using a learning management system, if they have their students doing work in an online space, working in groups, completing online assessments, doing online research, then online learning is actually ubiquitous.
The project, which was led by Optentia, aimed to apply the capabilities of researchers, build competence of master's and doctoral students to design, plan, and execute research projects. Master's and PhD candidates from different regions in South Africa and Africa cannot always attend classes at NWU campuses. By embracing technology, these students now have guided access to learning resources that are flexible and no longer limited by geographical constraints.
The expectation was that Optentia would develop a short learning program in research methodology that would be accessible to all postgraduate students at NWU and also to staff that's busy with research.
It's all about student success and access. And that actually adheres also to the Department of Higher Education and Training, where we focus a lot on student access with success. So I think that is very important for me, especially in an online environment where we have to engage students.
An opportunity also existed to use and develop existing capabilities of staff members representing multiple disciplines to create an innovative educational product.
I'm thinking of the collaboration between the instructional designers, the educational technologists, and then also the study unit facilitators. I think initially that's a challenge, just to establish that team dynamics.
We had very creative and passionate people from the offset who had a shared vision of what we wanted to achieve. And at the end of the day, we want student success to be our success.
The project has been in planning at Optentia for many years, and challenges around the 2020 global pandemic presented surprising opportunities to bring the project to fruition, turning challenge into opportunity.
You're seeing almost an evolution right now, even within online learning.
What does a river do when it gets confronted all of a sudden with this big rock? And what does the water do in such an instance? It doesn't force itself over the rock. I think it just finds an alternative way. And COVID-19 really has motivated us to be innovative in our ways of thinking and just find alternative ways.
Technology is a tool, it's a vehicle, so to speak.
We're having to look at education through a new lens. Post-COVID, education will not go back to where it was historically.
I think online learning is becoming a common component of higher education program offerings. And I think in the age of COVID and post-COVID, I doubt if universities will revert back to face-to-face program offerings only. I think it would be either fully online or a hybrid of program offerings.
It's very important that we must know how learning takes place, irrelevant of the modality, face-to-face, blended or online. And I think with a postgraduate emphasis, there's still a learning component. We tend in a postgraduate environment to focus only on research, but there's definitely a teaching and learning component to research that I think we must be cognizant of, and bringing me then also to assessment. How do we assess?
The short learning program is built on a web-based platform and combines a variety of media and resources to give students a rich and engaging learning experience. All the content was custom-made for the program by the multidisciplinary development team.
Things need to look good for people to be attracted to a certain thing, a certain intervention, a certain artifact. So that form needs to harmonize with the function. And that's how I approached this from the very beginning.
The way that it's designed, I think the study units cover everything relevant to research. And also the way that you explain the research process at NWU. I really think the syllabus is really comprehensive, and it caters for exactly what a postgraduate student needs in terms of getting competent and confident about research.